Bitcoin is an experimental virtual currency that mysteriously appeared in 2009 when a programmer operating under a pseudonym introduced it on a cryptography mailing list. Since then, Bitcoin has gotten more and more popular. The price of a single Bitcoin has peaked at over $1,000, and there are about 10 million Bitcoins in circulation. Jack and Laura Summer are selling their lavish home in Las Vegas for $7.85 million, and they're accepting Bitcoin. If a Bitcoin buyer comes forward, this would be the single largest transaction in the currency ever.
Hi, we're Jack and Laura Summer.
I'm Laura, he's Jack.
The house grosses out at about 25,000 square feet, including a separate guest villa, which is about 3,000 square feet. And we are on about, well, it's over an acre, but these are golf course lots, and it's listed for $7.85 million US dollars. We've added the dynamic of accepting, in addition to other currencies, I suppose, but Bitcoin as an acceptable currency for this transaction. One of my sons said, you know, Dad, you should wouldn't you accept Bitcoin? I said, sure. He said, well, why don't you tell the world? Because you'll get more exposure for your property, and it's a pretty exciting thing to do. So about a minute later, I went to the video that I had produced and uplinked to YouTube, and I put in the tag, you know, Bitcoin accepted, and we're getting a lot of attention. We're getting a lot of attention. Obviously, I monitor the amount of views on the video, and it jumped. So that's kind of cool.
That's very interesting. Tell me about it. Yes. What's Bitcoin?
Yes.
That's typically the reaction.
It has stimulated questions about the space, and I think that's positive.
It's healthy.
It's positive for the real estate. It's obviously positive for Bitcoin, but I think the Bitcoin universe is far larger than just us. But I think it was a good move. Somebody would suggest interest in the house. I assume they would come and take a look at it and say,
oh my God, I love this place.
or this is cool, it's good for me. And they would give us an offer through the broker in US dollar, and probably make reference to an equivalent amount in Bitcoin. And then it would just be perfunctory after that. And then, as I said, as you get closer to the closing date, we will have already chosen a conversion entity, and it'll close.
It's not that complicated, really. I mean, if somebody, as I say, comes in euros or yen, I mean, there's swings there, you know, with the dollar. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it could be a blend, part cash, part bit. Why not?
Using Bitcoin is tricky, especially for large transactions, because the price jumps around so much. A single Bitcoin was worth $20 in February of 2013, but by the end of the year, it had jumped to over $1,200. The contract for the Summers house will have to account for any price swings during the 30 days it takes to close on the sale of a house, and they'll have to cash out most of the currency relatively quickly in order to avoid taking on too much risk. There are plenty of things that could go wrong. The US government could outlaw the currency, or a technical flaw could be found. But with more people like the Summers using Bitcoin, the dream of a universal internet currency seems like it could maybe work.
How much do you think you would keep in Bitcoin?
Well, then I would be telling you what my speculation would be. Not much. I don't know, maybe 100 grand or something like that.
Oh, I think more. It depends on what Bitcoins are at that point.
Yeah.
When they went down, I'd be grabbing everyone I could get.
Left undisturbed by government, we'll say, I think Bitcoin is viable indefinitely. The volatility will probably slow down and will probably stabilize at levels where both owners and buyers of Bitcoin, and more importantly, vendors and other commercial enterprises will feel more comfortable accepting Bitcoin as tender. That will stabilize the currency. The value of Bitcoin is not going to be changed by announcements of unemployment data or war or anything like that. So that's kind of one of the pluses of this concept. Huge as our economy is, and as all the dollars that are out there, you can see pretty significant fluctuations with a good jobs report or something like that, or a good GDP number. But I don't look at it as a stunt or a very short term, yeah, I'll do it, forget it, I'm not going to do it. As long as Bitcoin maintains the viability that it seems to be maintaining, we're there.
It's a currency.
It is a currency for our purposes at this time.